The chapter of Preaching Tao, Article 10, The Mysteries of Space. Tao 1. July 15, 2006. Translation edited by Chinyu. The magical experience lies in exploring space. The larger your mind, the larger the space. The vast, boundless space allows you to spread your wings of imagination and fly beyond the speed of light. As long as you can perceive it, wherever your awareness reaches becomes your beautiful and beloved homeland. Where is matter? Understanding that the universe is empty is a piece of wisdom from the Buddha. The mystery lies in the principle that emptiness is not different from form, and form is not different from emptiness. To grasp this principle, we first need to examine where matter resides. The Milky Way is composed of matter, excluding other components. From Earth, the Milky Way appears as a cloud. To investigate the presence of matter, let's focus on the solar system. However, this is still problematic. Eventually, we must use a stone to illustrate the matter. A stone is clearly a material object, but to understand it, we need to dissect its cells because any material object is composed of its cells. Without cells, there is no matter. Undoubtedly, a stone is made up of molecules, which are composed of atoms. Atoms consist of nuclei and electrons. Nuclei are made up of protons and neutrons are composed of quarks. Then come hadrons, mesons, baryons, leptons, bosons, photons, neutrinos, fermions, gluons, quanta, and so on. We can't determine what constitutes what anymore. However, we know that peeling away a material object layer by layer, like an onion, will eventually reveal its true nature. But what is the true nature of matter? Strings? Clouds? Spirits? Let me tell you, the true nature of matter is emptiness. If the core of matter is emptiness, then where is matter? A trillion protons lined up in a straight line are only 1 millimeter long. What is the cell of the cell of the cell? Emptiness. So, what is emptiness? Emptiness is matter. Space is the distance between matter, or it is the realm of matter. In other words, emptiness is form, matter, and form, matter, is emptiness. Emptiness is not different from form, and form is not different from emptiness. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Where is matter? How big is space? Space is infinite. The number of digits after the decimal point of pi represents the vastness of space. Space has no boundaries. The size of space depends on the composition and distribution of matter. If you place two tables side by side, the space between them is small. If you move one of the tables to Mars, the space between them increases. If you move the table to a place billions of light years away, the space between them expands infinitely. So, how big is space? Attributes of space. If we explore space only with our vision or scientific instruments, there is no doubt that space appears singular and one-dimensional. This is insufficient to explain the true nature of space. When we enter a dream state, we find that the space in our dreams extends beyond the scope of our vision and scientific instruments. This indicates that space is not singular but dual. It is not one-sided but multifaceted. It is not singular but layered and multidimensional. Where is the space in our memory? Where is the space in our imagination? Since memory and imagination also involve space, space is not simple but complex. Space has 36 dimensions, but in terms of attributes, there are only two types of space, yin and yang, which also aligns with the principle of Tai Chi. Yin and yang space. The space detected by vision and scientific instruments is yang space, which belongs to the material space. The space of the mind and consciousness is yin space, which belongs to the non-material space. Yang space is composed of matter, such as molecules, atoms, protons, and neutrons. Yin space is composed of non-material, such as consciousness, spirit, mind, and divinity. The marvelous use of space. Yang space is an insurmountable chasm. The speed of light is the limit of yang space. The only place in the solar system suitable for human habitation is Earth. With our limited material lifespan, living on distant stars is impossible. Moreover, from a technical standpoint, we do not yet have suitable spacecraft to transport us to other habitable planets. Furthermore, even if we had such spacecraft, the average person wouldn't be able to afford a ticket. We can only gaze wistfully and remain obediently on Earth. I want to emphasize that even if we had a spacecraft and could afford the ticket, we would still die upon reaching another planet. After all that effort, we would still end up dead. How pointless. Good news is coming. We can live in space. In space, the speed of non-material movement is superluminal, even instantaneous. In the blink of an eye, we can reach non-material planets billions of light-years away. The 1,000-year world and the 10,000-year world are beautiful material worlds. Can we reach the 1,000-year world and the 10,000-year world? Yes, because yin and yang worlds can transform into each other. Consciousness determines existence. The mode of thinking determines the form and environment of life. As long as the frequency of life resonates with the corresponding life form and environment, we can undoubtedly reach it. See the 1,000-year world and 10,000-year world for details. Does the Elysium world, the Pure Land, really exist? Is there really a celestial islands continent in the Elysium world? We already know there is in space. If I ask, is there a dream world? Undoubtedly, you will answer, yes. The space of a computer is a virtual space. Before computers existed, we would never acknowledge a virtual computer space. Now with computers and networks, we have to admit there is a virtual computer network space. Now I ask, do you believe there is a Lifechanyuan in the computer network space? Those who have visited the Lifechanyuan website will unequivocally answer, yes. But what would those who have never visited the Lifechanyuan website answer? So, is there a celestial islands continent? You might say it is an illusion, but I ask, what is an illusion? What is reality? Emptiness is not different from form, and form is not different from emptiness. The illusory is real, and the real is illusory. If you were having a beautiful dream, would you prefer to wake up or continue dreaming beautifully for a lifetime? Would you rather have a 10,000-year beautiful dream or wake up and endure decades of anxiety and sorrow in the human world? Would you rather spend half a year enjoying all the beautiful scenery on Earth in the virtual world of computers, or work hard for a lifetime to physically visit each place? What difference does it make to your thinking and consciousness whether you see something in the computer network or in reality? Do you still doubt the existence of the Celestial Islands continent? Haven't seen it, right? Don't believe it, right? You believe in the existence of the Celestial Islands continent but don't know how to get there, right? Don't worry, I have a way to make you understand and a way to get you to the Celestial Islands continent. Once you understand the 8 great mysteries of life, you will be enlightened and fully comprehended. The way of the Celestials is joyful, and the great void is their home. Alright. I can only explain the mysteries of space up to here. Whether you can understand the rest depends on your fortune and affinity with the Celestials. Isn't it fun?